Do you say yes to everything your manager asks you to do, even when you're already overwhelmed? So this video is going to cover 3 things. Why it's so easy to say yes, why it's so difficult to say no, and I'll give you some tips on how to be more assertive, some examples that you can actually use in the workplace. Just the other day, I received this message from a woman who calls herself Layla. She says, "Hi Jess, I'm an HR director at a global tech firm, and on paper everything looks great. I've worked hard to get here and I genuinely love what I do. But I'm struggling to say no to my CEO. I'm working 11-hour days, most weekends, and I know I'm being taken for granted. I'm not getting recognised or rewarded for it either, and honestly, I'm really tired. The worst part is that I don't feel comfortable pushing back. Every time I try, I freeze. I overthink it, and then I end up saying yes, every time. How do I stop this without jeopardising everything I've worked for?" Layla, thank you so much for writing to me. This is another common example, so you are not alone. The more you say yes, the more people are going to ask you to do things for them. Because you're saying yes, because you readily say yes, because there's no pushback, right? So why is it so easy to say yes? Well, firstly, we want to say yes because we know that if we say yes, we're more likely to be liked, accepted, and approved of. We want to belong, we want people to trust us, we want to know that we're doing the best we can, especially when we're an empathic person. We see ourselves as helpful. If you watched the last video, we talked about how seeing ourselves as a helpful person feeds our own self-image. Now, we also like to say yes because it's good for our personal development. Who likes to say no to their manager? Not very many people. It's not an easy thing to do. So we'd say yes because we want to be the one that they rely upon. We want to be the one to look like we're doing them a favour, but we also want to take on challenges to help move our own professional career forward. And of course, we like to be needed. So we say yes because we want to be the person they come to. If our boss is coming to us with a request for help, we're going to say yes because we want to feel as though we're indispensable, as though we are the only person they can trust and rely upon, and that we are the only person who can deliver that. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't really matter, but we like to be needed. And Layla, honestly, one of the reasons why we say yes is because it feels uncomfortable to say no. It feels uncomfortable to push back. We all want to try to avoid conflict where we can. So saying yes and just taking it on and being that quiet helper in the corner is the easiest route, and it relieves our own discomfort. Temporarily, of course, until it ends up exhausting us and we build up the resentment because we're not getting any credit for all the things that we're doing. Empathy-powered leadership isn't about just saying yes to everything. It's about being more discerning. It's about choosing what's right for you in that moment and choosing what's right for the situation. Next, let's look at why it's so difficult to say no. As human beings, we are social animals. We need to belong to the group. We need to feel safe in that community, and the easiest way to feel safe is to say yes when we're being asked for help. The easiest way to destroy that safety and sense of belonging is to say no because we worry that we'll disappoint other people. We worry that they'll begin to reject us and dislike us. Even thinking about saying no can cause us to panic a little bit. What can I say? What will they say in return? How will they think about me? What will they say behind my back? You can imagine all these different conversations playing out, and I'm sure you probably have done. And this is exactly why learning to say no in a calm and confident way is one of the most radical things an empathy-powered leader can do. I'd like to ask you as well, Layla, and anyone else watching this, whether you're a super helper or not. If you're the kind of person who is overgiving, who is finding it very difficult to say no, then it's likely that you're feeling resentful, that you're the only person to do this, and that you can't really stop yourself. It's likely that you're exhausted because you're overgiving and giving and giving, and actually you've got nothing left to give. It's likely that you probably are being exploited by one or more other people because they know you will never push back. If this is the case, do explore my book, The Super Helper Syndrome, a survival guide for compassionate people, because it unpacks all of the irrational beliefs that we hold as empathic people, and it has 49 different techniques in there to help you begin to set boundaries and own your own space and own your own voice. So let's help Layla, the HR director, find a bit more balance, because a leader is never somebody who always says yes. Let's talk about being assertive. Well, assertiveness means weighing up the situation, knowing the balance and finding that balance between protecting your own needs and protecting the other person's. So I want to share some assertiveness tips with you. Firstly, I want to say this though. Have you spoken to your CEO, Layla? Have you told them how you're feeling about the requests for help and how you struggle to say no? Because they might not even know that you're taking on too much. They might be completely oblivious to it because you look like the kind of person who can just glide on through life effortlessly. They have no idea of how hard you're really working. So let's try some practical ways to be more assertive. We're using active listening, and that is by using some of the words they're already using. So if they say, oh, actually I'm really stressed at the moment, you can say, I understand you're really stressed. It's not about being robotic, it's not about mirroring or repeating what they've exactly said, but giving them an understanding that you've heard them. And as you're an empathic person, you really probably have understood just how much pressure they feel under right now. Second, don't apologise. You've not done anything bad. When you're pushing back, it's really important to allow silences and allow pauses. Don't try and fill them with an apology or by backtracking, by saying, oh, actually, well, I can't do it now, but I can do it tomorrow. Not unless you really mean it. Tactic 3 is push back. Is it something that you can say, I can't do that for you right now, but I will be able to focus on it for you on Thursday. If you still need my help then let's talk. 4, and use your breath. Use your breath as your anchor. Usually when we feel uptight and stressed and tense, and you will be if you're practicing pushing back, then we tend to hold our breath, or we tend to use it in our chest or our neck instead of deeply drawing the breath down to our diaphragm. So how is your breath helping you to move forward? Use it in a state of flow. Go with the breath. Don't try and fight it and keep your breath all in your neck, because then you'll sound nervous even if you're not. And this final point is the most important one. You have to believe whatever you are saying to be true. We cannot push back or say no if fundamentally you're thinking, oh, I could just squeeze it in. Oh, okay, well, I'm tempted to. Oh, but I want to backtrack and I feel really guilty already saying that. Don't try any of this until you fundamentally believe it. And this is where I would say to clients that your responsibility is not to your CEO or your manager or your team, or even the company. Your responsibility is to yourself. Looking after your own needs, protecting your own boundaries is fundamental. And if you're not doing it, who else will? Now I'd like to leave you with some reflective questions before making my final point. Question 1, do you like to be needed? Do you need to be needed? Do you need to feel indispensable at work? 2, what are you afraid would happen if you were to say no? 3, if you could set boundaries at work, what would you like them to be? Next time we'll look at what happens when you're doing more than your fair share and still being overlooked, when you're not recognised for your talents, your strengths or your values at work. If overgiving is your natural default setting, but you would like to learn how to say no and how to push back and feel it, say it from your soul, then Empathy Power Leaders Journey is for you. Check out the link in the captions below.